Psalms chapter 50 and verse 16. But unto the wicked Yahweh said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction, and casting my words behind thee? Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, call on La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rachakudash, and double honors to the big brethren, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the men that's teaching the truth of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, and to the rest of the brethren on down that's teaching the truth and preaching the truth of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Shalom Bayatah Dawadah. And to the rest of our people, the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that's repenting and returning back to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Shalom to you, Mashpachah. Shalom. It's your baby brother Yahakarab coming at you with a little one, a light one. Because I caught this video that one of the brethren did off his channel Endure These Last Days. And Slakia. And I just get fed up with seeing these people even touch our scriptures. But I'm gonna play this and look at the narrative. Listen to the narrative that he trying to paint. Dirty ass dog, so stupid. He in his own, he know they the Edomites. That's why he even going into this. This motherfucker, he done already been convicted by the words of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. But now he trying to go back in it and read and try to show his people, no, we're not the Edomites. But that's why he going into that. That's why he reading about the Edomites. That's why he reading about himself, because he already convicted in the spirit that it's them. That's why he reading it. But I'm gonna play it and bring out a few scriptures and end it off. But let's start.
Yourself is a deception. You who live in the clefts of the rock, in the loftiness of your dwelling place, who say in your heart, who will bring me down to earth? Now Edom was in the area south of the Dead Sea. The Edomites lived in the mountains, at the tops of the mountains there. And they had this view of themselves. They were a superpower in that region. They couldn't be touched. They lived in these areas that could not be reached. No one would dare come against them. We are Edomites.
You're right about that.
We are strong. We are mighty. We are untouchable. Look at our fortress. Look at our security. Look at our military might. Yeah, come against us. We're Edom. No one can touch us. And God says this is a deception. Who will bring me down to earth? Verse 4, though you build high like the eagle, though you set your nest among the stars, from there I will bring you down. Now the eagle is chosen for a purpose. The eagle is a description of the military strategy used by the Edomites. An eagle flies up high in the air. And when he sees his target, sees his prey, sees his victim, he swoops down quickly, takes out his target, and goes back up. The Edomites would be on top of these mountains, and from there, they would look down on their targets and strike them from the sky, and their enemies would not see what's coming. And they would flee back to higher ground.
Now, is that what that scripture talking about? Is that what that scripture talking about? He don't understand that this is prophecy. That's prophecy. Obadiah is speaking of prophecy. He telling you some of the characteristics. In verse 5, he will go on to tell you the characteristics of an Edomite. But But he's starting at verse 1. He's prophesying against them. He's not telling you, oh yeah, the Edomites, yeah, they dwell in cliffs. Yeah, they dwelled in cliffs and rocks and that tall ass skyscraper building and in caves and all that shit. Of course. But the way he trying to paint it as if, oh yeah, they did. That's what it was talking about when it said they gonna set their nets among the stars. Nah, idiot. That ain't what it's talking about. And this is a prophecy. And what did he say? Matter of fact, let's just read it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna punch it up. Bear with me. Let's read it. Obadiah 1 and verse 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, power concerning Edom. See, so let's grab this first. Let's go into that vision. Let's go into that vision. And what it says, Kazawan. But they say Hazan, Kazawan. And it says what? Vision. Vision, ecstatic state, vision in night, vision, oracle, prophecy, divine communication, vision as title of book of prophecy. So what is it? He says what? Prophecy. So let's go back. What it says? Slakia. The vision of Obadiah. What? This is the prophecy of Obadiah. Why? Because what did the Most High say? What did he say? Let's get it. Ezekiel 35. And I'm going to start at 2. What it says? Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir. It ain't talking about the mountains and some rocks and shit. No, it's talking about the nation of Edom. And then what did he say? And prophesy against it. And what does it mean when it says prophesy against it? It said it means to say before. Tell them these things are going to happen to them before it happened. Matter of fact, let's grab that. Let's go into it. Prophecy. Nabah. To prophesy. To prophesy. Under influence of divine spirit. To prophesy under influence, but it basically means to tell, to speak before. To say before. Why? Because what he says, let's grab this right quick. And I'm going to go back to Obadiah. Isaiah, what is that, 42 and verse 8. Verse 9. When it says Isaiah 42 and 9. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. So that's prophecy, to say before. See, so let's go back to Obadiah. So what was Obadiah saying about the Edomites? He was prophesying against the Edomites. And what he said, the vision, the prophecy of Obadiah, thus said Yahweh power concerning Edom. So this prophecy is concerning Edom of things that they're going to do and things that's going to happen to them before they did it and before it happened to them. He says what? We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise, ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. That has to be fulfilled. Now they're being despised. They're being despised now. All the nations looking at this dirty ass, just these stinky ass dogs, and they despising their ass. Why? Because the Most High is making their ass bare. He's letting them, they expose it. They have been exposed. All the motherfuckers looking at these Edomites and knowing that they are the problem now. Verse 3. Matter of fact, let me grab this quick precept right quick. What he said, what is that? Jeremiah. What he says, they are greatly despised. Let me grab this right quick. Jeremiah 51, and what is that, verse 8? Nope, verse 7. What he says? I'm going to start at, well, yeah, so I just read 7. Jeremiah 51 and verse 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. And when what happened with the nations? They are despising these motherfuckers. See? So y'all are greatly despised and trying to read up in our scriptures like you talking about somebody else that ain't you. You dirty dogs is through. Let's go back to Obadiah. And what he says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thy heart had deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? This didn't happen. This is a prophecy. And what did our father Yahweh say? The father of the Israelites. What did he say? Obadiah 1 and 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars. When did they do that? Thence will I bring thee down. So this is a prophecy saying, when they fulfill this, and this is a part of their blessing. Well, let's go to it real quick. Genesis 27. And I'm going to come down to verse 38. This is a part of their blessing. For when it says, though thou set thy nest among the stars. This is a part of their blessing that they had received. Let me see. I'll start here at 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, my father, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be as the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven above, from above. See, so this goes into their blessing right there. See, but let's go back to it. Obadiah 1 and 3. But as a matter of fact, 1 and 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, this goes into their blessing. Now, when did they set their nest among the stars? You could say about around in the 1960 or something. Around 1968 or some shit like that. That's when they first started setting their nest among the stars. When they started flying their planes and shooting their rockets and building space stations to put them up there in the Earth's atmosphere. Above the Earth's atmosphere where the stars dwell at. See, they had to fulfill that. And then what's going to happen in time pertaining to prophecy? Yahweh says, then what? Then would I bring thee down, said Yahweh. See, so those things had to be fulfilled in order for him to fulfill his other prophecy, which bringeth them down. See, but he be trying to paint a narrative that, oh, the Edomites, they was up in them high mountains and like as an eagle shooting down that they prey and then running back up and all that old shit. Now, who's the Edomites that exalt themselves as the eagle? Let's take a look. Now, what do you see right here, Slakia? What do you see right here? What do this say? The United States of America, this great whore, Babylon, where the Edomites rule at. And what do you see right here? What has always been the Edomites' symbol? The eagle. What do you see right here? Don't you see the eagle? Don't you see that olive branch in his hand? That olive branch symbolized, what does it say in Obadiah? Let's go back and read it out of my sword. What does it say? Matter of fact, I'm going to have to go to Isaiah and get that. So let's go there. Because this is that individual that's going to be brought down. This is what it's talking about. Going into this prophecy, and what it says, and what does he say? I'm going to do what? Let's read it. Isaiah 14 and verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? And who is that Lucifer? What is it talking about? It's talking about a light bearer. And I'm gonna show now through the spirit. I'm gonna show that also. That who that light bearer is. I'm gonna show that. I'm gonna show that representation of that light bearer. Son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? And how was the nations weakened? By accepting this great horse, Babylon the Great, the so-called kingdom of the Edomites. Right here, what you see right here, by signing on to their democracies, by signing on to their way of life. That's how they've been weakened. And what else it say? It says what? Which did weaken the nations. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. And where's that at? It's not that, and it said a what? Above the stars of Yahweh? We also the stars of the Most High that's dwelling on earth. But it says what? I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. And what do you see in that in the hand of that eagle? Don't you see the olive branch? What does that olive branch signify? It signifies the children of Israel that's held captive in the north. See, and what is in the other hand? You see those arrows? That signifies that sword that they're gonna live by. And what do you see the eagle? What it's doing? It's dwelling among the stars. See, so these people know who they is. But his dirty, stanky ass, red, pasty motherfucking ass trying to paint a narrative and say as if, oh, that was talking about when they was dwelling in Mount Seir. No, I'm showing you who these Edomites are. I'm showing you who you is, you damn devil. I don't like these people. I hate their ass with a perfect hatred, and I count them my enemies. All they motherfucking asses. They men, they women, all of them. Because these motherfuckers ain't been doing shit but persecuting us every chance they get. Anytime you put these motherfuckers, anytime you put them in a position of authority, they gonna persecute your ass. If you take the ones that's at the top and put them on the bottom, and you take the ones that's on the bottom and put their ass on the top, them motherfuckers that was on the bottom and complaining, they gonna persecute you, just like the ones that was on the top was. They gonna do the same shit. So what is this guy talking about? What does it say? Matter of fact, pertaining to that olive branch, what does it say in Jeremiah? And I'm gonna come back to this Isaiah. Just jump into it because this, just I'm all over the place, but it don't matter. Let's go here. Let's go into that olive branch. What did he say? Let's go to Jeremiah. Talking about that olive branch. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter. What is that? 3 and verse. Let me read that. And what it says, Jeremiah 3 and 18. In those days, the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel. They shall come together out of the land of the north, to the land that I have given for an inheritance unto their fathers. And where we at right now, we're in North America. Where we at? Now, but I want to get that other one. Let's go grab that. Jeremiah 50. Let me grab that real quick. Jeremiah 50 and 33. What does he say? Thus said Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, And all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Look at this eagle. Do it look like he want to let that olive branch go? No, he got a tight grip on it. He got a tight grip on it. And what does that olive branch signify? That olive branch signifies the 12 tribes of Israel that has been held captive by that eagle, these stanky ass Edomites. Period. Now let's go back. Let's go back to Isaiah. I just really wanted to make this a real quick one. But hey, it is what it is. And what does it say? Isaiah 14 and verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Let's punch that up. Let's punch that up and let's find out what is that Lucifer. Let's go into that, find out what is that Lucifer, what it say, and I'm gonna show the image and the representation of that light bearer. Isaiah 14 and verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground which did weaken the nations? Let's grab that Lucifer. Let's grab that. What it says? What it says? Slakia, tongue tied. Hayalal. Yalal. But that says halal right there, but it says hayalal when you read it as it's written. But halal, and it says what? Lucifer equals light bearer. Now, let's go into this real quick. And we all know who the light bearer is. It's these motherfuckers that's holding that's sitting at the top at shining the light. We already know what it is. It's talking about those that's at the top, them Edomites. But let's grab it. I'm gonna go into this right quick. Light bearer. Let's find out what that light bearer is. Come on, motherfucker. Slakia. Light bearer. Let's go into the meaning of that. Damn, let me see. Pertaining to that light bearer. I want to go into that word bearer. And what does it say? Bearer, a person or thing that carries or holds something. That's the key right there. And what it says, messenger, agent, conveyor, emissary, carrier, provider, runner, courier. Grab that carrier. A person or thing that carries, holds, or conveys something. Then let's find out, what is it talking about? Bear with me. Let's read this a little bit on that light bearer. Meaning of the Statue of Liberty equals Lucifer equals whore of Babylon. Let's go down. It says what? So I appeared in a show on the History Channel. I'm honored, but I still need to point out how incorrect they were. And I need to show how the three investigators barely scratched the surface of the Statue of Liberty symbolism, let alone the Illuminati. And what do you see right here? Seeing that whore's hand? That whore's hand? You see a light that she's holding, a light that she's bearing. And what do you see right here? This filthy ass whore right here. It says what? Some may know that it was given to America by the French, but we know it was orchestrated by the Freemasons. the secret society, not the government of France, who is by some damn Edomites. It says the promo for the show, and matter of fact, let me go down to the point. Come down to the point. Matter of fact, I just read it through. The promo for the show asks, does the Statue of Liberty hold a secret message? Are there secret symbols built into it? Is she herself one giant secret symbol? Does it actually represent Lucifer? The answer is, it's like it. The answer to these questions is yes. Well, let me read that again. Is she herself one giant secret symbol? Does it actually represent Lucifer? The answer to these questions is yes. See, and where is that statue at? It's sitting right here. This is that great horde that's going to be brought down by Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. And who is this great horde being operated by? Edomites. I don't care from the top or down to the bottom. It's being operated by Edomites. Period. And I don't want to read all into this article because it's a lot that you have to read. But I don't want to read into it. But let's go to something else. I'm going to end this quick. But let's grab this. And it says, I'm going to read this part too. And it says what? Frederick Bartholdi, the designer of the Statue of Liberty, was of course a Freemason and very familiar with occult and Illuminati symbolism and philosophies. The three major figures involved with the statue: Frederick Bartholdi, who designed the statue itself; Gustave Eiffel, who designed the inner support structure; and Richard Hunt, who designed the pedestal, were all Freemasons, meaning all Edomite Illuminati, Illuminists, or whatever the fuck they want to call it, Illuminatis, or whatever the fuck they want to call themselves. See, so what is that talking about when it said, oh, Lucifer? Let's go back to it, end it off real shortly. Isaiah 14:12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. Who said that they was going to ascend into heaven? Didn't the Edomites say they was going to set their nest among the stars? Yeah, they said that. So who is that Lucifer that is talking about? It's talking about the Edomites. And it's in reference of a particular place that the Edomites is going to be ruling in. Verse 13. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. What did that eagle show you? Wasn't the eagle dwelling among the stars? That represents the Edomites setting their nests among the stars. All the airports, flying their planes, their jets, they space stations that they building, that's what it represents. All those things had that as a part of them, that had to be fulfilled. Now their time is going to be brought down. And what it says, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation on the sides of the north. And what are they doing? What mount of the congregation are they sitting over? They're sitting over us, the Israelites. You saw what was in that eagle's hand, that olive branch. That olive branch don't signify no other people other than the Israelites. Verse 14, Isaiah 14:14. I will ascend above the height of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. See, so they had to fulfill that part. They got to fulfill that. But what did they say? Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Meaning they will be brought down. See, but let's grab another one. Let's go to Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Let's start at 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come. What day shall not come? Meaning that falling, that day has been brought down. For that day shall not come, except their coming falling away first. And what was that falling away? Us Israelites had to fall away from serving Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. And what it says, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So are not they being revealed now? Yes, they are. It says what? That man of sin be revealed, who opposes and exalt himself above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worship, so that he is as Yahweh, Slakia, so that he as Yahweh sitteth in the temple of Yahweh, showing himself that he is Yahweh. He ain't Yahweh. But what do they do? Sitting in the temple of Yahweh. Where's the temple of Yahweh at? Let's grab a quick precept on that. Let's go to Psalms 11 and verse 4. What did it say? Straight to the point. For the Lord Yahweh is in his holy temple. The Lord Yahweh's throne is in heaven. His eyes behold it. His eyelids try the children of men. So where it says the throne and the temple of Yahweh is at, it's in the heavens. So who exalted themselves among the stars of heaven, which among the stars that's in the heavens? Who did that? The Edomites. But let's go back to 2 Thessalonians. What it says, who opposes and exalt himself above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worship, so that he is as Yahweh, sitteth in the temple of Yahweh, showing himself that he is Yahweh. See what he says? Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. In his time, meaning a specific time. So he reading Obadiah, reading that and say, oh no, that was talking about then. No, that's a prophecy that's talking about now. It's talking about now. During the time where they go fulfill these things of exalting themselves among the stars and representing themselves as the eagle, and they ass gonna be brought down once they fulfill that. Now they're on the time of being brought down. See, that's verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity do already work. Only he who now let it will let, until he be taken out of the way. Verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed. Who is that wicked that's going to be revealed? These fucking Edomites. From the top down to the bottom of their ass. From the head to the foot. Whom the Lord Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So that's talking about when Mashiach return. They're going to be destroyed. So that's talking about now. So it ain't talking about then, now. It's talking about right now. Don't understand the prophecy when it was spoken about, when it said that he said, I'm going to bring your ass down to the ground. Reading our scriptures and don't understand that you fucking reading about your own wicked devil, stanky dog asses. Fucking devils. I want to read some more, but I started off there. I ended off there. Call on him like Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. And double honors to the big brothers and elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And to the rest of the brethren on down is teaching and preaching the truth of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Shalom Bayatha Dawadah. This your brother Hakarab in and out for proclaiming the truth of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Shalom Yasharala. Wa Ababa Ball. Shalom.